What's happening, Hoodlum gang? Welcome back to my channel. This your boy Hoodie from the Hood, aka your friend from that big O N, and I'm back at y'all with another video. But before we get started, if you happen to be new to the channel, you want to become a member of the Hoodlum gang, all you got to do is hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave me a comment down below, share the video, tell a friend and tell a friend, hit that notification bell, and go on over to IG and follow me at Hoodie from the Hood. All right, look. I'm about to ramble a little bit about some other type stuff before I get into the topic. Joey B.A., rapper from New York, I think he's from Brooklyn or Harlem, one of the two. No, he is from Brooklyn, my bad. He just made a song, and he kind of was throwing shots at Kendrick. I don't really care about that. He didn't say nothing out of line. He being competitive. Same things Kendrick talk about. Ain't nothing wrong with it. The only problem is Joey ain't really been putting out music like that. He just come out of left field. I think more his era was the mid 2010s, maybe 2013, 14, 15, 16, somewhere around there. Even still, he always seemed more like an underground artist. I heard the song, The Ruler's Back. He was rapping. Ain't nothing wrong with that for trying to come for the throne. The problem I have with that is he says too much West Coast D-licking, which is a Jay-Z bar from, I forgot what the song is. It's on Reasonable Doubt. The difference is when Jay-Z said that, that may have been true. That was 96. You know, Pac, West Side Connection, whatever, at an all-time high. For you to come out and say that, and the West Coast only had not even a whole year of, I wouldn't even say on top, pause, besides Kendrick, the rest of the West Coast just, you know, dropping albums, whether it be Schoolboy Q, Vince Staples, Tyler the Creator, whoever. Where was that energy when the South was dominating for almost 20 years? You didn't have a problem with too much down South D-licking. What about Drake was the number one guy for, I know a lot of people like to say 15 years. He wasn't the number one guy. He was relevant 15 years. He was the number one guy. I'd give him 10 years, you know, from 2014 to 2023. He was the number one guy as far as sales and, you know, stuff like that. You ain't have nothing to say about none of that. But as soon as somebody from the West starts getting acknowledged as the top guy, you got a problem with that. And that goes back to Euphoria when Kendrick said, what I learned is, you know, they don't like the West Coast, and I'm fine with it. They really don't. They really don't, man. They gonna keep finding ways to not give us our credit. And this is a prime example. Somebody who don't even drop music like that. Somebody who's not even in the conversation as far as, and like I said, he was rapping. I enjoyed it. Nothing against him. He want to come for the throne. That's cool. Do I think it's worthy enough to acknowledge? No, I don't. It's a lot of people who think that they're worthy enough to be acknowledged. Now, him acknowledging Drake or J. Cole, the people that is his peers, that's cool. But this dude way down here, I don't think it's enough to acknowledge, me personally. Especially when it feel like you just hating on Cali. Like I said, we ain't had a full year of even being like at the top of the rap game. You know what I mean? And here comes somebody from the East Coast hating. You ain't hate on the South all these years. Yeah, but anyways, speaking to somebody else that's hating, I don't know what that dude name is, that Unc dude, Uncle something that been calling 4 extras out. That's what you want to do. I don't even think the homie gonna acknowledge you. And this is the little bit of acknowledgement I'm gonna give you, because somebody sent me a clip. He was on somebody's show, and I think it was live, and somebody said, come to Dago. And he was like, Dago, San Diego? Oh, y'all the softest city or weakest city in California or something like that. And a bunch of bitch-ass niggas or whatever he said. Like, bro, that's the type of shit that'll really get you fucked up in real life. And we ain't talking about no boxing match and all this weird shit you internet niggas want to do. That'll get you fucked up, especially if you come out here. It might have been some niggas that was on your side that felt your press towards folk extras just based on politics. But now, you done said some goofy shit like that, and now the whole city, Crip, Blood, SA, whatever, will be against you if you come out here. Quite sure you ain't never been out here, and probably never thugged around no Dago niggas, because you wouldn't have said no shit like that. We got a white boy. The homie Snowride, we got one for you. If that's really, I mean, and I'm not saying the homie on that type of time. I'm not trying to insert him into no BS. I'm just saying, like, bro, you would get hurt out here. Anyways, that's all the acknowledgement that goofball's getting. Shout out to Chill from 16 to Life. He did a video where he was talking about the whole thing with Adam and the loose cannon situation, etc. And he was basically he did another video where he was addressing the people who come in to his comments and comment before they even see the video. Now, my last video, all your favorite YouTubers are snitches. You got weirdos talking about, oh, you my favorite YouTuber, or that includes you. No, I'm not just saying somebody on YouTube. That's how I know y'all slow. And if it wasn't for the internet and the comment section, you dudes would never be included in these types of conversations because y'all don't qualify. But I was talking about individuals who get on here accusing people of doing crimes, and y'all know who they are. So I don't know how that includes me just because I do YouTube. I ain't never got on here and said somebody did this or did that, or, you know what I mean? Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all like to play dumb because y'all just haters, or y'all fans. I don't know. I don't get it, because some of y'all, every time y'all pop up in my comment section, is hate, is going against anything I say. I could be speaking 100% facts. They're going to find a reason. Oh, look at your shirt. Man, I'm finna go to work, or I'm at work and I'm on my break. Come on, bro. This ain't how I dress when I'm off work, and y'all know that. Y'all should. But anyways, y'all goofballs, homie. And that's what I was talking about. Y'all know these dudes be on here snitching. Now, let's get into the topic real fast. I know I've been rambling way too long. Y'all probably done clicked out. It's cool. I was asked, do blacks have 50-50 yards? And it was based on a video that Dubs made where he was saying that blacks was able to go to yards that Hispanics and whites weren't able to go to. He brought up Tehachapi, and it's crazy because the homie from Oceanside, he gonna see this. He was just saying that that's where Tory Lanez is at. Tory Lanez had just, threw some subliminal shots towards Kendrick, and I'm like, he ain't on no main line talking like that, because there's some dudes that'll get at him over that. And he was like, oh, Tory Lanez is in Tehachapi, my homie in Tehachapi, whatever. I said, well, your homie is probably he's on the foul yard. Like, I don't even believe that there's 50-50 yards in Tehachapi. I believe that is a 100% PC prison. I don't know nobody who been in Tehachapi in so long. You know what I mean? At least the last 10 years. I remember the hole was still good 10 years ago. That was the only thing that was good. Because I remember when I was leaving Chino and I was on my way to Wasco, and we stopped in Tehachapi and picked some people up, and some dudes, you know how they put the PCs in the cages, and we was in the rest of the bus, and it was a southerner who actually was from up north. He was a southerner, and he came into the cage, and people was asking him, like, what's up, like, where you come from? He was like, I came from the hole, you know what I mean? And they was like, oh, all right, you know what I mean? But yeah, that prison is all the way bad. And he was talking about back in the 90s where he went there and they had a curfew. They had to get off of that yard. And he said the blacks could go there. And from my understanding, when I had a conversation with Dubs maybe a few years ago about this. He was basically saying that I think it was people on meds on that yard, like taking meds, and there was people who was a part of the alphabet community that was on that yard, and that's why they couldn't be there. Never once did he mention it was snitches and people with funny charges against women and children. They may have been there, but he didn't mention that. He said they couldn't be there for the first two reasons that I mentioned. So, I mean, let's be honest. Some blacks do be taking meds. Some blacks do be a part of that community, and they be on GP yards. So I don't know why blacks would not be able to go to that yard because of that. Just because your people told you couldn't go there doesn't mean that we couldn't go there. It's just like Jamestown. I done brought this up multiple times. Jamestown, the 1 yard had Bulldogs. The 2 yard had Dropout North Daniels. Like, they had a curfew. They had to get off that yard within like 72 hours. But the Southsiders in the Woods was still there. They was good. So just because one organization says that something is no good for their people doesn't mean that it's no good for everybody else. As far as I'm concerned, Tehachapi didn't have snitches and people with funny charges. I could be wrong, but like I said, we had a conversation a few years ago and he never brought that up. He brought up the taking the meds and the funny style people on that yard, and that's why they couldn't be there. So to say that we don't have 50-50 yards because blacks were staying on those yards, that's not the same as a PC yard. And we already know there's no hierarchy telling us anybody who get off of them yards because they want to get off of them yards. I got 2 examples. I just had a conversation with this dude the other day. He was from I think J Street, the block. It's in Southeast. If you from Southeast, you probably know about that. It's Hispanic. I don't know if it's a gang. I don't want to be disrespectful. I think it's more of a clique. But whatever the case is, he had went to the pen, and they tried to send him to a 50-50 yard. Him and his people was like, we about to get off. And he said, he didn't say who, but he said it was a young homie from his Dago Mob crib that was like, hey, can I get off with y'all? And they was like, yeah. And they got off and went to the hole together. And he was telling me that, you know, it's about GP and PC at this point. And it's crazy because I just seen a video the other day with what's her name? The girl Negra. She's from the Avenues. LA Icon's wife. She got a channel and whatnot. And she interviewed somebody, and this dude was saying the same thing, that they went to a 50-50 yard and they got off. And he was like, it's not about South or North or Black or Asian or none of that. He said it's about GP versus PC. And people be tripping out when people will come together and represent different things and to get off together. So for you to make it, I don't know if you was just doing this for content, but for Dubs to ask that question, like, we don't believe in 50-50 yards, I don't know. I got to question your motives behind that, homie, because it just depends on the individual. There is people who go there. If you go there, to me, I'm going to look at you a little different. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you got to, you could do whatever you want to. But at the end of the day, it takes a little bit from your credibility and your say-so and your word, homie. If you think you're going to get out here and politic, and you didn't politic when you hit that yard with them weirdos. But that's just my opinion. But anyways, man, that's my video for today. I just wanted to give y'all this one. I know I was rambling for the first half of the video. Y'all probably clicked out or skipped to the part where, But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. What's your experiences if you have been in prison during the time of all this change? And or even if you just know somebody who went to one of them yards or got off and refused to program on their yard. But this your boy Hoodie from the Hood, aka your friend from that big old end, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm out.